I still say Ridge really needs some professional help if he's capable of being that vicious toward Hope over something he did. Honestly, he's a mess. What Brooke's doing for Ridge? Oh, it's pure love and loyalty, I'm sure. But let's not forget, he's a total creep. And when the truth comes out about why Brooke took the CEO position, I can't wait to see him, Steffi, and the whole lot of them feel bad about it. They deserve it. And for the love of God, enough with the whining already. Ridge was raised by Eric Forrester, his real dad. Yeah, they found out in his 40s that Ridge isn't Eric's biological son. But guess what? It didn't change a thing in their father-son relationship. And don't get me started on the Marone family. It's been over 15 years since anyone even mentioned them on B&B, so you can bet that history is getting a nice little rewrite. Classic soap opera move, right? Ridge hasn't been the same ever since Justin tossed him out of that helicopter in the middle of the ocean and left him for dead. So seriously, why would anyone take advice from a guy who almost killed them? Sounds like a solid life coach. Wouldn't it be just perfect if Brooke got the company back for Eric, fired Carter, Ridge, and Steffi for being completely unaccountable, and just kept the CEO job for herself? That would be a plot twist worth watching. But, of course, Brooke's plans are about to hit a snag. She's going to catch Ridge and Taylor at Eric's house, and then her brilliant CEO plan is going to go up in flames. Ridge really screwed up this time. Oh, and let's not forget, Ridge isn't even a Forrester. He's Massimo Marone's biological son. Yeah, nice little detail there. And for ignoring Brooke's wishes, Ridge seriously deserves a punishment. Hey, welcome back to Fiction Forge. I'm Samantha here, and I'm so glad you're here. We've got some exciting stuff to explore today, so let's jump right in. Why is it always the women getting blamed for everything? Brooke slept with someone, Taylor slept with someone, Steffi, Hope, but where's the blame for the men? Ridge, Eric, Bill, Liam, Wyatt, Carter, all guilty too. Funny how it always seems to fall on the women. It takes two. I just saw a quick clip from when Brooke was CEO at FC. She told Grandma Stephanie, one of the company's founders, that she should be out in the field with the other cows. Classic Brooke, the hypocrite at her finest. And speaking of Ridge, his relationships with both Brooke and Taylor. He's doing a disservice to both women. Running from one to the other, thinking Brooke's winning by taking him back every time. But it's just as ridiculous as Taylor waiting in the wings, hoping Ridge will come back, even if it's not forever. I used to respect Stephanie, but let's be honest, she made a huge mistake. She did all the fighting for Ridge instead of letting him fight his own battles. She could have supported him without doing everything for him. Now, he doesn't know how to handle conflict on his own, so he runs back to whoever will take him in. Brooke, of course, is always ready to welcome him with open arms. Liam did the same thing, bouncing between Hope and Steffi, yet somehow, the blame is always on the women. And Ridge? He knew Brooke wasn't going to kick Hope out. He had no business asking her to help him get their company back when he should have been handling it himself. As for Steffi, let's be real, she keeps showing up at Hope's house just to stir the pot. If you're defending her, maybe take a closer look at what she's doing. Monday, December 23. Zend steps into the Forrester-Logan drama, and who knows? Maybe he'll become the secret weapon both families can't live without. Because nothing says power move like being stuck in the middle of a feud. Meanwhile, Brooke is shocked because, of course, when the past turns into the future for Taylor, Ridge, and herself. Oh, the drama. Tuesday, December 24. The Logans bask in the warmth of family love this Christmas, apart from the Forresters, naturally. No surprise there. Hope&Carter, in their first Christmas together as a couple, are practically glowing with holiday spirit. Brooke, despite all her troubles, finds solace in her family's embrace and comes to realize the true meaning of the season. Ah, isn't that sweet? Meanwhile, The Forresters gather to celebrate Christmas, because nothing says family togetherness like holiday performances. Eric plays a melody on the piano, and the entire crew gathers around to sing. It's all about remembering that, no matter what's happening, being together is the best gift of all. Touching, right? Wednesday, December 25. In case you missed it, The Bold and the Beautiful will air a repeat episode. Because who wouldn't want to relive those classic moments? Thursday, December 26. Oh, it's about to get heated. Katie and Will butt heads over Electra's firing, proving once again that family feuds never take a break. Electra, meanwhile, gets the shock of her life when she discovers Remy's little obsession with her. Good times. Friday, December 27. And here comes the return of singer Fanny Grayson, played by Elsa E. Snolt, to Forrester Creations. This time, she's not just singing, but pitching a perfume line. Because why not? Ivy and Will be confronting Hope and Carter, demanding answers about Electra. Bill, on the other hand, makes a startling discovery when he visits Luna in prison. Can't wait to see what that's all about. Ridge has just proven it's not about love for him, it's all about keeping his schlong in play. How charming. Disgusting, right? And Taylor, once again, shows she has no self-worth or pride. Remember, this is the man who left her at the altar just a year ago, and now? One look, and she's ready to jump back into bed with him. Truly a masterclass in self-respect. Yikes. Good news, everyone. RJ and Luna are going to be just fine, no trauma here. Meanwhile, Bill and Poppy hear some voices and, naturally, decide to throw their clothes back on and keep a safe distance. Is Bill really going to march out there and tell him to stop kissing or something? And Poppy? Oh, she's going to be hiding in the room until everyone leaves. Just my guess, but it seems pretty likely. Now let's talk about Ridge. He just made it perfectly clear. It's not love he's after. Nope, it's all about keeping that schlong of his in motion. Classy, right? And Taylor? Well, surprise, surprise, she proves once again she has absolutely no self-worth or pride. The man left her at the altar just 1 year ago. But hey, one look from him, and she's throwing herself into bed with him. Disgusting. So what's the worst part of this current storyline? It's been dragging on forever, and it's just been brutal. Where do I even start? Carter's takeover is a joke. Everything bends to make him succeed when he should be facing real consequences. Hope randomly dating Carter. Why? Bill stealing screen time to do. What exactly? Nothing. Oh, and Hope's character? Completely out of whack for some people, though honestly, I'd argue it's been building up. But for me personally, the real issue is Carter and Hope aren't even remotely interesting as villains. They're not clever or calculated. They act like spoiled kids who just discovered the concept of doing bad things. It's not entertaining at all. What's the worst part of this storyline? It's completely ridiculous. The motives are so stupid. Hope's whining because she doesn't like how she's treated and thinks she's owed something just because her mom helped build Forrester. And Carter? He's throwing a tantrum because his grand idea was rejected after it made zero sense in the first place. And like someone pointed out above, in real life, this coup would have ended with Carter in handcuffs and Hope getting blackballed for life. But hey, sure, let's keep this going. Caroline Spencer, what a vision. Seriously, she was so stunning. I honestly think she might have been even prettier than Brooke. Yeah, I said it. Caroline had this mix of sophistication, class, and brains that made her way too good for Ridge Forrester. But naturally, Ridge managed to screw that up by sleeping with another woman while engaged to Caroline. Classy move, Ridge. She may have been sheltered and naive, but let's not forget she came from money. Thanks to her father, Bill Spencer, Sr., who, by the way, absolutely loathed Ridge, and for good reason. But Ridge didn't care about that. He saw an opportunity, played her, and she fell for it. It's tragic, really, that she passed away so young. Honestly, I still think Caroline and Ridge had the best chemistry, So much so that even Ron Moss has mentioned it multiple times. I'm convinced they were meant to be the endgame couple, but alas, Jonah decided to leave the show, and that was that. No other pairing on the show has ever quite matched what they had. But beauty? Oh, that's no contest. Young Taylor was on a whole other level, absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, and honestly, she would have made a far better vixen. Think Elizabeth Taylor, but with a modern twist. And let's not forget Brooke, who's still looking pretty damn good, even in her 60s. So yeah, she's got that going for her too. Why is Steffi even involved in this whole Logan versus Forrester drama? Last I checked, she's not even a Forrester herself. Apparently, before I started watching, Ridge wasn't even a Forrester. He's a Morone. So, by blood, Steffi's a Morone too. A huge part of Steffi's character revolves around her obsession with getting her parents back together. And of course, Brooke is in the way of that. So naturally, Steffi hates Hope and blames her for stirring up the conflict between them. Honestly, this whole storyline was hard to sit through when Steffi still needed a fake ID to get into a bar. Now that she's a mother of two, one of whom seems to have a more mature understanding of her parents living in separate houses, it's just embarrassing. At some point, we all grow up and realize our parents aren't perfect, but Steffi's old enough to have figured out that her father is a walking disaster. She deserves better than to watch her mom settle for being second choice. It's laughable how Steffi still blames Brooke for the breakup between her parents. And wasn't she the one who used to throw shade at Brooke for hopping from Ridge to his father, Eric? Funny how things come full circle. Okay, so I was furious when Brooke became CEO at first. I kept thinking, is she doing this to take the company back for Ridge and Eric? And thank God, that's exactly what she's doing. Big props to the writers for that twist. But, and this is a big but, before I start singing their praises, can we please not have Ridge crawling into bed with Taylor again? Seriously, no. Let him actually read Brooke's text, have a mature conversation, apologize for jumping to conclusions, and work with her on the plan. But nope, I'm betting that after that conversation with Taylor this episode, where she's already planting seeds with, do you really want to live like that? It's clear she's trying to worm her way back in. And, of course, it's probably going to work. If the characters were written like real people, Ridge would see the text, check his phone, and at least acknowledge Brooke's plan. But no, apparently he's too busy to notice a message that's crucial to the plot. I swear, I'm going to lose it if Brooke manages to save the company for Ridge only for him to go and cheat on her with Taylor again. The last time they got back together was so beautifully written, so momentous. It was like, finally, something good. And now, it's like all that good writing is being flushed down the drain because Ridge can't take 2 seconds to read a text. Seriously, if he cheats on her like that, I'll be livid. Brooke deserves so much better. Honestly, I hope he does sleep with Taylor. Let him be the pathetic idiot he is. Then I want Brooke to find out and go full-on rage mode, turning on him so hard that she makes sure he never gets his company back. I'd be cheering my heart out for that. As for the plan, it's honestly a mess. How did it even solve anything when Ridge can't stay on the property and then calls Hope a slut? She's crying 1 minute, then suddenly she's back on his side the next. We're all just at the mercy of the writers here. I can already see it now. Ridge will sleep with Taylor, and I won't be able to watch that train wreck. She's so weak in this role. I miss her as Greenlee. I'll welcome them back with open arms. Carter grinned, practically glowing like a schoolgirl, as if she hadn't just been fired on live TV. It's honestly hard to watch the character she's become. Sure, everyone's a little hypocritical now and then, but Carter and Hope take it to a whole new level. Every single episode, they justify their childish behavior, acting like they've won when things go their way, after either abusing their power or guilt-tripping others. It's infuriating because it's so obvious. They're not just hypocrites, they're delusional. You know they're bound to screw up, and all you can do is sit back and wait for them to fail. As for Brooke firing them, let's not get it twisted. She didn't fire them. She made it clear they were taking a leave of absence until they can regain control of the company, whatever that means. How I wish someone would remind Steffi that she's a Marone. I mean, it would be so satisfying to throw that in her face right now, especially with all the competition for the rightful spot at Forrester Creations. Ridge and Steffi are really getting under my skin lately. You know, it just dawned on me, aside from Ivy and Electra, the only Forresters working at Forrester Creations are adopted ones. Zende, for anyone who's forgotten that little detail, is adopted. Funny, right? It's almost like the bloodline has been entirely wiped out. Honestly, I'm kind of over everyone on this show right now, except for Brooke. But don't get me wrong, I'll probably start hating her too if she keeps pandering to that human trash Ridge. Oh, and can we talk about Felicia? I'm pretty sure she should come back. Wait, is she dead? I honestly can't remember. And where the heck is Thorne? I really hope he's not dead. Somebody needs to come back and help Brooke take control of the company, because I'm honestly not sure how much longer I can watch this mess. I was ready to quit, but now that Brooke might run Forrester, I didn't see that coming, and I'm kind of here for it. But let's clear something up. Legally, they're Forresters. Eric's name is on the birth certificate, so even if they're not blood related, they're still family. You don't consider someone adopted not family, right? I mean, Eric thought he was Ridge's dad for over 40 years. Blood doesn't make a family, people. It's the bonds that do. And as for Steffi, she needs a reality check, and honestly, Liam is the perfect person to give it to her. Someone needs to run down the list of her petty, hypocritical actions. The sabotaging of Hope and Liam's relationship. The kissing Liam while married to Finn. Sleeping with Liam while he was married to Hope. And not even knowing who the father of her child is. I mean, really, she's a walking contradiction, and I can't stand her anymore. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.